Hello, and I'm excited to kick your 2023 off with this training. It's going to cover just the core fundamentals of what I know that you need to get everything in place to make six figures next year. Now, obviously, this is just a very top-level overview of the process. There's a lot that goes into it. So as you go through this training with me and realize that there are probably elements that you know you're going to need help with, then excellent. That's what I specialize in. That's something I can help with and the team can help you with. So yeah, reach out if you get stuck, if you have any questions, if you know you need your hand held, that's all good. You know, we're not born with this information. We have to learn it. And the fastest, most efficient way of doing that is to learn it from someone that's actually done it and specializes in teaching this stuff, aka me. Other people are available, but I'm better and have better hair. Joking. So yeah, if you already know that you want to go into 2023 with a game plan in place, then you know if you get this resource, I'll give you an option to request this resource. So you can book in a call or just have a chat with my team or me, and we'll see how we can help you move forwards. But that aside, let's get into this training. It's very short and sweet, but powerful, definitely. Most importantly, if you do get this document, so if you want a copy of this document, then reply workbook below, hashtag workbook below on this video, and myself or someone from my team will reach out and give you a copy of it so you can just have it. But most importantly, if you want to get it and then you want to kind of, change it around and stuff, then you can use this here to make a copy. Because occasionally I get the workbook out and people try and, request access from me. I get an email and it's annoying. So don't do that. If I give you a copy of this, you simply go to File, Make a Copy, and it'll just allow you to make your own copy that's saved to your own Google Drive or wherever it is, and then you can do what you want with it. You can edit it and print it off and whatever you like. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's have some fun. So 100K in 2023, and these are the core steps. So these are the fundamentals right here. So niche and offer creation, basically. I've already done training on this. I'm not going to cover this much on this. Well, I'm not going to cover it at all on this training because I've already done a training on this a couple of weeks ago. That's in my group as well. If you haven't watched that already, go and check it out. But I've linked to it here. But step one is absolutely defining your niche, defining what your offer is about, who it's going to help, how it's going to help them, and how it's going to ultimately get them results. That's priority number one. So if you haven't done that already, do check out the training. So the training is going to be here. It's called OCSM Offer Clarity. So if you do get this document, that will link to that training, and it's just going to help you get crystal clear, basically. So do that. That's step one. And the second step is the audience. So grow and connect with your niche-specific audience. Again, now you know who your audience are and how you're going to help them. Now it's time to go out into the wilds, find them, connect with them, have conversations with them, nurture them, show them that you know what you're talking about, and lead them down the path to potentially becoming a client. Then we have marketing, of course. You can just have a chat with someone. It works to a degree, but you still need to back it up with actual proof, value-driven trainings and testimonials and case studies and clear examples on proof of what you know A works and B can actually get them results. So that comes in, the form of free trainings and giveaways, much like this. I'm conveying and proving that I know what I'm talking about. I actually have results to back it up and testimonials and all the good stuff, basically. But you still have to consistently show people, certainly new people, that you're good at what you do. And the best way of doing that is by doing things like this: free trainings, free giveaways, on your Facebook group, just to get the ball rolling, get conversations flowing, have people request to check it out, and then off the back of that, let's say you're a photographer and you want to teach photography, you do a free training in your group of how to get photography clients in 2023. Other photographers are going to be interested in that and they're going to check it out, and then off the back of that, they'll reach out to you and be like, yeah, I'd love to check out that training. And then you can have a normal conversation with them, be like, awesome, what's going on? How many clients are you getting currently? What's the biggest problem that you're experiencing in getting more photography clients? And then that just leads them down the path of having a conversation with you about how you can work with them in some capacity in your paid program. But the only way that can happen is by them asking to watch your free training first. That's literally them telling you that they need help with this specific thing. Sure, they're going to get a value from it, and B, it's going to, start the conversation, and ultimately there will be a percentage of those people that will maybe book a call with you, and then a percentage of those people will jump on board to your paid program, and everybody wins. So that obviously leads nicely into the next fundamental of sales. So converting that warmed audience to clients with a webinar and/or a high ticket phone call. Again, the phone call, that's going to be dependent on the price that you're going to be charging. If you're going to be charging up to $1,000, let's say, then you probably won't need a call. 2K and above, definitely just jump on a call with someone. It's so much easier. It really is. And to reinforce that, and also, basically sell what you do before you have to jump on a call with anyone, having something like a webinar or a high ticket call funnel in place where people can watch some resources and trainings and know who you are and how you help people with testimonials and all that stuff. And it just does the selling for you. When that's in place, it just makes your life so much easier in just getting clients. I don't know if you've watched any of my stuff before, but I have a very clear and refined path in my own business of someone learning who I am, discovering who I am. It could be from a YouTube ad, it could be from Facebook organic. They check out my profile or they watch my webinar on a YouTube ad, and then they ultimately choose to book a call with me, either by watching the webinar to book in a call on their own accord, or Facebook, we have a conversation, they book in a call, then they watch the webinar, and then we jump on a call. It's those two kind of directions that meet in the middle, and it's very, very powerful. It really is. And then fulfillment. Get clients results. Priority. Always a priority. So that's obviously, once you've got them on board, you must get them results, of course. And how are you going to do that? How do you deliver the content? Big question. Is it going to be all on demand? Are you going to have coaching calls? Are you going to do one-to-one calls? Preferably not. Some people do. It makes sense for some people to do one-to-one calls. But in an ideal world, obviously this is a business. You want it to be scalable and still have your own time. So the best model, I believe, is on-demand training for the core stuff with coaching calls, usually weekly, for the kind of more in-depth questions and support, that kind of stuff. Anyway, we can get into that later. So yeah, as I mentioned, offer creation. If you're already watching this in my group, then check out the previous couple of weeks and check in the pinned section, the featured section in the group to find this offer clarity training right here. This is going to help you do this step. So do that now if you haven't done it already. Audience. So once a niche is established, obviously you need an audience. And the first few fundamental steps, if you haven't done it already, is setting up your profile and setting up your group. Now your profile, if you've checked out my profile, it acts as a business card. It really does. That's its primary focus. People that have never heard of me, let's say they see me in like another group or check me out from wherever, they check out my profile and it's just immediately clear what I do. It's in my banner and my profile. I help experts sell their knowledge online. It's in my bio. I've got links to join my group or watch my webinar in my bio. Then all the posts are, that's 90% business focused. I do share some personal stuff on there because it still needs to look like a real profile with a real person behind it. But that's your profile really is the business card. It's the first place that someone will see you outside of other groups to understand what you do and how you can potentially help them. So it's important that you set it up properly. Then from there, you have a group. I like to call the group the 3D email list. That's the way I see it. It's the more advanced future version of an email list. But really, you're getting people into the group. They're joining for a reason because they want to learn or get questions and answers about a particular subject that you happen to teach. So they're joining the group to watch, again, free trainings and giveaways and things just like this training. They want to join your group to watch this kind of stuff. And then, you don't have to anticipate or expect anyone to buy your stuff, but just by the sheer motion of them joining the group, watching your content, they need help. And that's your, invitation to ask them basic questions, understand what their needs are, and go from there. That kind of segues more into the marketing part, but again, that's the power of having your own group. And sourcing potential clients. So I spoke briefly about YouTube ads. Ignore that for now. I do have some bonus YouTube ad training in my program, but you don't need that right now. But you absolutely will source potential clients from other niche focused groups. Very, very straightforward. but that's where they live. They're already amassed elsewhere. You just get them from there into your own world because they want to listen to you more than anyone else, because you're an authority and someone that's interesting and, educational to listen to. If you're not, then change that. And yeah, use your profile as an attraction beacon to funnel into the group. That's it. So that's the audience covered. Obviously, there's a lot more to that. Again, that's why I emphasize at the top. These are all just very top level. I can't talk for hours and hours, but it would take me hours and hours to talk about all this stuff in detail. That's why I have a coaching program that just teaches you all this stuff in granular, minute detail in a specific order to get you up and running, get you to six figures. But yeah, that's the overview of building an audience. And then marketing, as I've already mentioned, webinars, resources, testimonials. You need these things, absolutely, to help nurture potential clients. Otherwise, they're like, who the hell is this person and how can they help me? Without this stuff in place, it's very difficult to do that unless you have a conversation from complete scratch with someone. It just takes ages. But the marketing is messenger driven. So you have all these things in place, your profile, the group, all these different trainings and webinars and videos and content. But at the heart of it is Facebook Messenger, having conversations with people in Messenger. It's the way I've grown my business to what it is now, just under $1.9 million in revenue. And, it's the core fundamental that I teach in my program to help my clients get clients, basically. All comes down to Facebook Messenger for the most part. There's a few stragglers that, watch my webinar without ever talking to me and they book a call and then jump on board. Or obviously I do run some YouTube ads as well, so they come in that way. But 95% messenger driven, messenger focused first into, them becoming a client. And then, a lot of call to action focused posts to encourage what I call a hands up. Like, again, if much like this post or previous post that was talking about this video that I'm doing right now, who wants to watch my training on how to make 100 grand in 2023? People said yes, because they want to learn this stuff. That's allowing me to reach out and be like, awesome, the training is coming whenever, tomorrow, out of interest. What's going on? How can I help? What are you stuck on? It's just a natural conversation of they want to watch the training. I can ask them some straightforward questions, or someone from my team can ask them some straightforward questions. Some people are like, I'm all good, I just wanted to watch the free training for now. Other people are like, actually, I'm really stuck on this thing. It's time for me to get the right help. That is that straightforward. Obviously, with like Messenger, how to talk to people, there's a lot more to it, and I have in-depth training on that in my program as well, of course, but that really is at the heart of it. Messenger conversations are the lifeblood of the business. They really are. So get good at understanding your prospects' needs, understanding how you can help them, and then bridging the gap between their needs and what you can do to get them as a client and actually help them. And then sales. So all this is leading up to this part here of booking in prospects on your calendar. Again, this is down to price point, of course, as I mentioned earlier. But let's say, you charge $2,000 or above, just get on a call. Makes life so much easier for you and for them. What is important to have, rather than just booking a call with no kind of clear structure or anything, you do need a refined process. I call it, it's a refined call booking funnel, essentially. And what this does is a few things. Let's say someone's interested in booking on a call. What I do is I have them fill out an application first. This lets them tell me about their business goals. Obviously, important things like, are they ready to invest in their business? And based off those answers, they might either A, see the calendar, or B, not see the calendar, get some more free resources and stuff. If they're not quite ready to move forwards and grow their business, or they're not quite ready to invest in their business, that's all good. But that just saves everyone's time. What's the point in jumping on a call with someone if they know they're not ready to move forwards with any kind of help and support right now? Just saves everyone some time. So what happens is application, then they see the calendar if they qualify, aka if they're ready to invest. From there, they're booked on the calendar. Then let's say a few days out, the call is there. In those days leading up, I basically make it mandatory for people to watch my webinar. There's also a video I have where it shows what's in the program. There's a PDF with frequently asked questions and testimonials. And what I found is from 800 plus clients that I've enrolled into my program, all the ones that watch everything and they're prepared and they jump on the call, they're good to go. They pretty much dive in. It's the ones that aren't prepared, they're just lazy, don't watch anything, they didn't have the time or didn't make the time because it's not a priority for them. Then they jump on the call. Very different story. But by having this in place, this call funnel in place, it just gets so many qualified people on your calendar that you talk to and basically does the selling for you. You're just showing them exactly how you can help them before you even talk to them. So by the time you do jump on the call with him, it's just a case of just confirming that you can help, asking them some straightforward questions and enrolling them into your program. It's been a long day. It saves so much time. It really does. Again, I teach that. I have a call booking funnel training in my program, a dedicated high ticket training on obviously how to book calls, how to build out this funnel from scratch. I use Kajabi and teach to use Kajabi, show you how to do it from scratch, how to do the high ticket webinar, and then what to do on a call. Again, that's a whole new world of what to do on a high ticket sales call. I have training in my program that teaches you how to do that. If you've never done calls before, don't worry, I've got you covered. And then here's some example numbers. So let's say, as an example, you're looking to charge $2,000. It's a good price. Obviously, you need to have a good program that warrants that price point. I don't want you to charge high ticket if you're not high ticket level. Do not do that. But $2,000 is a good price, provided what you're teaching is going to get genuine results and you've got good support, coaching calls. It's a good place, good price point. But yeah, let's run through some basic numbers. Typical numbers. So let's say looking to charge $2,000. Let's say, using some good training and support, aka my high ticket training, you close 25% of all calls that you take. Then you do 5 sales a month, $10,000. Job done. It's not that many, is it? 5 sales a month at $2,000 gives you $10,000 a month. Obviously, we can do more. My clients do more. But who wouldn't be happy with $10,000 a month? I mean, yeah, if we break that down further, so that means, let's say you're closing 25%, so 1 in 4 calls you're closing, aka getting them as a client. Then you just have to book and take 20 calls a month. Again, not that many. 20 calls a month, close 1 in 4, that's $10,000 a month, times 12, $120,000 a year. Should have changed the name of the training to $120,000 in 2023, but it's too late now. But that's it. Those are, again, example numbers. Some people charge 5. Some people, you might want to charge just $1,000, whatever you want to charge. But as a good example and a good place to start, if it's, entry level high ticket offer, $2,000 is a great price point. And if you're closing 25% of those calls, that's 5 sales a month, $120,000 a year. Great way to make a living. And you don't have to do anything else. You can quit the job, do all the good stuff. It's great. And then finally, fulfillment. So obviously, once you do have them as a client, now you must actually get them results. Don't just focus on making loads of sales and that's it. Get client results because A, that's what they're paying you to do. B, they'll give you great testimonials and that just gets more clients. So it's win-win. So that must be your priority once they're on board. Is get them amazing results and keep them happy. And then they'll make you happy. So how is it delivered? Again, as I mentioned earlier, is it going to be one-to-one calls? Preferably not. Is it going to be on-demand training? I think yes, definitely. At least an aspect of it should be on-demand. This saves you a hell of a lot of time having to repeat yourself over and over and over again. That's the benefit of an online course. And as I mentioned again earlier, the most scalable model is a hybrid. That's what I do in my program. So I have all the core fundamentals. It's an 8-week program broken down into on-demand training. That's self-paced. People can watch it whenever they want. It's not even drip-fed. People can watch all of it in one go, or they can take their time. It's all on demand, and it teaches them everything I know they need to be up and running and make 6 figures, even 7 figures. But then on top of that, I have an extra layer of support with Facebook group for questions around the clock and weekly coaching calls with me. So people jump on board. It's a Q&A group coaching call format. So people jump on board. I bring the individual on. We go through all their questions for that week. Once they're happy, I move on to the next person until everybody's happy. It's a great way of doing it. It's a very feedback-focused way of giving support. I think that's the best model. It's what I encourage my clients to do. Obviously, it doesn't always work. It depends on your niche. It depends on what you're teaching. And also your price point as well. You wouldn't, charge £500 for a course with like a million one-to-one calls and all your time. It needs to justify your time and their time and the price point. But again, this is a good example. So next steps, apply the above. Easier said than done, obviously. But now you have at least the overview of what to do for the coming year. But the next proper step is to do it properly. So you can take the long back road alone. That's what I had to do. It's annoying and lonely, literally. Or take the proven, smooth as fuck highway approach. So that's the focus of this program. It's a very clear-cut path. You just get in at the start, takes you all the way along this proven path to the end where you have an offer that's selling, making you money, you're happy, your clients are happy, and I'm happy. That's what's going to save you the biggest headache of 2023 is by having a clear-cut guide, a program, a process with an expert that knows what they're doing to help you do this properly the first time. Because you could try and do it yourself, of course. Be my guest. I'm sure you'll do great. But it might take you way longer than you'd like. So if you want your hand held and just showing what to do in a specific order, that's what I do in my coaching program. And I want to help you. So let's do that. I want you to reply program overview below on this video. And what that is, as I mentioned earlier, I have an overview video of what's in my coaching program. It shows you all the steps of what's included, how it works, how it's going to help you get to 6 figures a year. If you want to check out what's in my program, then reply program overview below and I can send you that video. If you want to book a call with my team, awesome. Just reply book below on this video and me or my team will reach out. We get you booked in for a call with my team. We'll just run through some very basic questions in terms of what you're looking to achieve in 2023 and just confirm that what we do in this program can help. If it does, awesome. We'll look at getting you enrolled, maybe by the start of the year. If we don't feel like we can help, that's all good. We'll still give you some useful, actionable takeaways and tips. But obviously the primary focus of these calls is to see if we can help you with the coaching program. It's not a free coaching call. It's a call to see if we can help you in our program. But if that makes sense to you, and it should, to do 2023 properly and make 120 grand next year, if not more, then reply book and we'll book on a call with you to see how we can help. So that's it. Have an amazing rest of this year. Obviously, there's not that many days left until the new year, so sort yourselves out. And yeah, any questions you have about this video, what I've covered in this video, just reply. I'll reach out to you and get back to you. Yeah, excited to help you in 2023. So as mentioned, reply workbook below or worksheet, whatever I said. Workbook below, let's do that one, to get a copy of this training, this workbook. Then reply program overview below if you wanted to see a video of what's in my coaching program that obviously teaches you this stuff in insane detail. And then reply book if you just want to fast track the process, book a call with me and my team and just get you enrolled as fast as possible to ensure that 2023 is your year to actually do what you want to do in 2023, aka time freedom, generate loads of revenue because it's fun, quit the job if that's your goal, move if that's your goal, see the world if that's your goal. That all unlocks with revenue generated from having your own online course business. It's fucking awesome. So that's it. Have an amazing rest of the day. I'm excited to see your thoughts on the video. Again, reply, send me a message whenever you have any questions, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon.